Are we live? Oh, for fuck's sake. So I guess we are. Are we? I mean, it's not a Cigar Rants live stream if we're not late, right? This time it's your fault.
How is it my...
I said 10 minutes ago, I said, we've got 10 minutes, we're chilling. And then like at exactly 8 o'clock, you're like, you gotta go press live. Could have told me 10 minutes ago.
You're the one with the computer.
Yeah, but it's too far away.
So because it's far away, it becomes my responsibility to tell you.
Yeah! Yeah! That's how things work. That's how unreasonable people behave.
Hello!
Oh, okay.
You might not have seen me before.
Oh yeah, white dude. His name's Alex. Or on Instagram called Fly Zanzibar. Yeah. So Alex...
I think they know who I am. They just haven't seen me before, really, have they?
Have they not seen you before? Yeah, they have. I put a camera on your face one time for like 30 seconds and then you were like, nah, I can't deal with this.
No, it's because it didn't work properly.
Yeah, but you kept bitching about it, like, oh, it's not working, in it. But then I think that it was working fine, and you were just like, no, I don't want to be on camera anymore because I have to keep looking at my face on the screen. See, I don't need to look at myself there, but now you got to look at yourself too. Welcome to Coca-Cola. Wish we were sponsored by Coca-Cola. So, Cigar Rants live stream. Oh my god, it's been a while since we did one.
Yeah, when was the last reason I didn't go in front of the camera because I don't know what I'm going to talk about.
Oh, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about cigars, obviously, and as the title will suggest, we're talking about the best and worst cigars that we've smoked in 2021 because that year is over and Cigar Aficionado is doing their top 10 at the moment. So this week, they're doing their top 10. I'm going to ask you a silly question. What do you think their...
Oh, sound quality is bad, apparently.
Is it?
Wow, it's suddenly gone very loud. What's going on there? 1 second.
Just turn the level down on...
Yeah, thanks.
Huh?
Thanks, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's a bit better. What's going on there? Oh,
it's probably my mic because it's on full.
No, because... That's weird.
My mic is on full. Is that better?
Is that better?
Wow, the sound is very loud and sharp. What's good with your players? I don't think I could...
Alex sounds good, but Usman is harsh.
My mic might be a bit loud.
You've got your mic now rubbing against your neck. That won't help. But
oh.
Your mic level is fine.
How about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
This is why we have a third person, aka me, doing all of that stuff.
Shut the
Not trying to do 2 jobs at once.
Mic input gain.
Have you got headphones nearby?
1, 2.
Better.
Is that better? Okay, it's better now. Have we fixed it by doing nothing? Because I've literally done nothing to that mic.
Lots of people saying that I'm better than you, which...
Oh, is that still the case?
Well, I'm just saying that's...
Oh, not perfect. Okay. Not perfect. Let me...
Yes! There's people here I've never seen before, so hello. I might be obviously chatting a bit less on the chat because I've got to do it on my phone now. And I'm not just, I actually have to look at you.
Okay, so how about now?
You're still echoey, aren't you?
Am I still at... Oh, for God's sake. It always happens, isn't it? What did we switch off last time?
We didn't.
No, we didn't. We didn't do anything, did we?
No, we just didn't use the Rode mics.
Check the connection on the mic
fine.
and see if it's in yet.
It's fine.
Has a much more echo sound.
Much better as man.
Is that better?
Don't know what you've done.
I've literally done nothing.
That's what I mean. I checked this before. It was fine.
I don't... Okay, I guess
Yes.
it sounds better now.
Okay.
For some reason, on every live stream that we do, the first 3.5 minutes, the audio for me sounds horrible.
Just don't speak so loud.
Like my normal voice in my normal...
No, you're talking louder than normal.
This is how I talk.
You are talking louder than normal.
This is how I always talk. What cigar are you smoking, man?
Because it is picking up in mine. That's probably what's going on.
Oh.
You are speaking louder than you normally do.
Well, turn your level down.
Anyway.
So, what cigar are you smoking? You don't know what it is. It's got a skull and it says the number 77. Is that an Ezra Zion? I could be wrong. I don't know much about.
I'll put it in my face.
Andreas, what cigar is that? It's got a skull on it with a number 77, 60 ring gauge, 5.5?
Yeah.
5.5 inches long, silver skull. You say 77 on it. And
I'll send him a picture.
yeah. Some harsh tops with the mic on Usman. Okay. So let me sort this out.
While you do that, I'll show them all the picture.
Cool. How are you gonna show them the picture if it's not gonna? It's not gonna focus.
It is.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that?
I can't see. Oh yeah, now I can see.
If you know what that is, phone in to 0870 Cigars. Calls will be charged at maximum rate.
You know, some guy actually did that. He got a premium number because he got sick of all the spam calls that he was receiving. So he changed his phone number to a premium number. So every time someone called him, they'd get charged a handy amount. And he made like a decent amount of money. I think he made like £300-400 off the companies within like a month or so.
Fair.
Right?
I'd be alright with that.
That's pretty cool, right? Fucking genius. So, let's see how. We don't have any comments from Andreas telling us what cigar that is just yet.
No.
So he said the tops are still a little bit harsh.
Just stop shouting at me. You're probably alright.
But I like talking loud. That's what I do.
No, but you don't actually.
I
Cheers.
do. I'm excited.
Bravo 10, NorCal? That's North California, isn't it? Is that North Carolina?
Cheers. NorCal here.
San Francisco, North Carolina. Yeah, there we go.
Right, let's talk.
I can't not say North Carolina. I'm saying North. It's Carolina, not North California. I can't say it.
North California. Okay, let's get into the stream. So,
Skull 77 El Unico is a Swiss brand, if I'm not mistaken, made in Costa Rica, Ecuador Habana wrapper, undisclosed binder, Peru, DR, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica filler.
Ooh, undisclosed binder. And I know Andreas. I know some people. I don't know if Andreas dislikes that. I definitely dislike that. I think Andreas.
Yeah, I would like. I don't want that. I want to tell what it is.
I think Andreas wrote an article about. I could be wrong. Andreas, correct me if I'm wrong, but
you're wrong.
I think Andreas wrote an article talking specifically about that, where he's saying, you know, what the idea of having any
Probably
cigars.
cut to you.
Oh, you didn't even cut to me. Fucking asshole. So I think Andreas wrote an article talking about how he hates cigar manufacturers that produce cigars with undisclosed stuff. Like, it's a bit stupid.
It's a bit iffy as well. Like,
yeah. It's like, what do you mean undisclosed?
You
like,
couldn't make any food with undisclosed ingredients, could you?
No, you can't. And I think the idea is, it's a special blend. Like, get out of here with that special blend bullshit. If you were really proud of what you've made and what where it's from, you'd show it off. You'd be like, yeah, we've got this special tobacco and we grow it over here that no one else can get hold of. I don't know, something along them lines, right? But yeah, undisclosed, whatever. It does annoy me a little as well, and I think that manufacturers that do that. Anyway, get off your phone. We're gonna talk now. No more.
It's comments.
Yeah, we've got time for comments, right? What is it? Normally we go halfway through and then we start getting into the comments section.
Not really. I just shout them out when necessary, but
yeah, that's true. But not anymore.
It's going to be harder to do now.
Don't do it. We'll just do it at 9 o'clock and then 9 o'clock.
We'll miss 9 o'clock, but okay. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll do what I can.
No, don't worry about the comments. We'll do it at 9. So, okay. You're smoking a Swiss brand. What was it again? I forgot what it's called. Skull 77 El Unico. Yeah, okay. So it's an El Unico. I'm smoking Surprise, surprise, a Cuban. I mean, I was working on Monte Cristo number 2 from 2018. Decent amount of age. Feels like it's been like packed really well. And this is one that I've been really excited about smoking too. So, I mean, to be fair, I say I'm excited about smoking this. I've been smoking these all for the last couple of weeks, like one after the other. So, I don't know why I'm excited about this one. Oh, I know why. Because it's the last one. Fuck. It's the last Monte Cristo number 2 that I've got right now from 2018. And, yeah, hopefully this is not the dud in the box. Because apparently, in every Monte Cristo cigar box, there's always one dud. This might be it. This might be it. I mean, it's packed quite heavily, so it could be. You might have a bit of a tough draw.
I mean, this is a massive unknown to me. I can't say whether I'm looking. Well, I'm obviously looking forward to it. It's a cigar, but I mean, it's got a cracked foot, which is going to be interesting.
Nothing wrong with a cracked foot, man.
No,
that's just toes, isn't it?
I just hope it doesn't expand.
It won't.
I don't know how it's been stored. I don't really know anything about it.
Just keep the band on it.
Yeah.
Like all the way through, you'll be fine.
I won't smoke it though.
Yeah, don't smoke it. Just look at it. So, let's get into the introduction, because I don't think we've done a proper introduction to this video either. Welcome to another Cigar Rants live stream. This time I'm joined by, I know English, joined by Alex, shut up.
Alex, shut up.
Yeah, that's his name. Alex, shut up. Alex, if you've ever followed it, if you've ever watched any of our other live streams, you'll know that Alex has been behind the scenes all the time.
I normally sit over there.
Yeah, normally sits over there, and he's like comfortable. Normally
I'm the one. I'm like lounging.
Yeah, like completely.
But I'm also sort of wearing headphones and surrounded by screens and buttons. Whereas now I can't wear the headphones and all the buttons are hidden off to one side. So if you see me looking like this while I'm talking to you, it's because I've forgotten I'm supposed to be looking at you. And
there you go. Yeah. So.
And I can't find the button that's over here, and I'm pressed the wrong one. So if we do that by accident, then it's because I've missed with my thumb.
Put it back on me.
It is on you.
Is it? Okay. So, but yeah, Alex is now. I've roped him in. So Alex actually does the live streams with me on my photography channel, which I know none of you are interested in, but that's fine, honestly.
The bigger channel, but with no viewers for the live streams.
Yeah, weird, right? We've got it's a much bigger channel, and we
like
get
like an order of magnitude bigger.
It's literally got millions of views, and when we do a live stream, we get like 0.
2.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
I think the highest view count is 3.
Yeah, 3 people. That was amazing.
This one here, I think, is 47.
And this channel is much smaller, but I think the community in the photography community is vastly different from the cigar community.
It's also a lot bigger.
But not just that, I think the cigar community is just a lot nicer.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a lot
nicer. It is a lot nicer.
It's a heck of a lot nicer.
But also just, there's so much more photography content.
True.
Like, vast amounts more.
Yeah,
photography
but then you've also got a much bigger audience, so it kind of balances out to some extent. But I just find that the cigar industry is just a lot nicer.
Yeah.
It is. It objectively is. If you look at the comment section from both sections, the cigar industry is just magnitudes better.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that.
No, exactly. I mean, we had a whole stream
literally,
yeah, we had a whole stream talking about which camera manufacturer has the worst fans.
You could redo it with cigars, could you? Oh, no. Monte Cristo has the worst fans.
Yeah, Monte Cristo has the worst customers. No, the cigar industry, the people are just much better. Just definitively. Not much better people, just... People are generally received more in a friendly manner in the cigar industry than I find in the photography industry. But anyway, so Alex joins me in the live streams on the photography channel, and I've kind of roped him into coming into this live stream as well. And yeah, let's talk about cigars. So in this video, as I mentioned,
do we have to? Do we have to?
Yeah, because people want to talk about cigars. People don't give a shit about cameras on this channel. They don't care about this Sony whatever A7 bullshit or Canon 5D nonsense.
I'm using the Canon 5D XLR.
They don't give a fuck about that.
That's a Type 47 camera.
I don't know what that is.
I know I'm putting this stupid voice on, but that's basically how I sound
That's
already.
basically the voice. That is literally the voice. Cigar that I'm smoking, as I mentioned, is and I just dropped the 300-pound cutter. By the way, the cutter I'm using is this Davidoff fancy pants cutter. That's just what I'm going to call it. It's all
the
right.
Davidoff fancy pants.
The Davidoff fancy pants. That's what it's called. It's
Introducing the new Davidoff fancy pants. Buy yours today.
So this one,
I could just see you on like the shopping channel.
oh no, that would be horrible.
We're selling fast.
Don't buy your fancy pants cutter. Anyway, there are a couple of things I like about this cutter, but some things I really hate. I've never found a cutter that I've liked so far.
Yeah, well,
I complain about every cutter, don't I?
you sort of complain about a lot, so
It's called Cigar Rants.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't have license, but it's true.
That's my job. Complain, bitch and moan. But yeah, let's get into the cigars because I haven't smoked all day. And I'm going to miss this cigar.
You're gonna...
I'm going to miss this cigar that I'm about to smoke. So we're going to be talking about the best and worst cigars that I smoked in 2021. I think I'm going to piss off a few people.
Spoiler alert, I'm really bad at remembering the names of cigars that I've smoked, so...
But yeah, but you're not, you just smoke them.
There's going to be a lot of trying to remember what was what.
Yeah. But you've smoked a couple of these that I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
So
You'll have to tell me which ones they were.
no, you know exactly which one.
Okay.
They're so obvious, you'll know. I mean, you had a fucking box of one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we can swear on this live stream, but it's okay.
Fuck, can we?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I know.
Yeah, it's bollocks when you can't fucking swear.
Oh my god, I fucking hate that. It's a photography channel, right? We should, like, I'm the only one who drops the odd F-bomb.
See, I'm quite good at... I don't swear if I don't need to, or, can't. I'm quite good at not slipping it out.
That's what she said. I didn't drop this cigar, by the way. I know that's an achievement, right?
I say that shouldn't be an achievement.
No, that is. I drop a lot of cigars.
That should not be a talking point.
I drop a lot of cigars.
The opposite should be a talking point.
I dropped this cigar. No, I didn't drop this cigar.
Oh, first puff on this was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This might make it into my list just because it's one I remember the name of.
So one thing I like about pyramid cigars is this cutter will work on it. So I can cut this cigar now.
One thing I like about this kind of cigar is that they work for my cutter. I think you got your priorities wrong, mate.
No, mate, I got it exactly right. I bought that cutter for...
You buy your cigars to suit your equipment.
Yeah,
Not the other way around.
yeah. When you spend £300 on a bullshit cutter, you buy cigars that will fit it. So it's only good for Lanceros and Pyramids, basically. I might do a review on it, just complaining about how whatever it is, but then Roy will probably get annoyed with me next time he sees me. So how's your cigar?
First impressions are good, to be honest. It's quite smooth, actually.
This is
A
beautiful.
little bit woody.
So, best and worst cigars. Do you remember
I'm still
any of the
tasting
cigars?
Snickers bars. I'm still tasting Snickers bars. So that's probably not.
Oh yeah, we had Snickers before we started the live stream. Let's get into this. Oh, the Prince bit, it does matter. So, top 10 best cigars that I smoked, or Cigar Rants smoked in 2021. And first cigar I'm gonna say is the Punch. Can't talk. Punch Short the Punch. I know you don't know what cigar that is.
I know of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say best or worst?
Best.
Best.
Worst, I'll kind of sprinkle.
I haven't
in.
smoked it, but I've seen it.
It's a beautiful cigar. I did a review on it where I did a comparison against the Kidose number 50. Now the Kidose number 50, don't get me wrong, that is an awesome cigar. It's not like the most highly rated cigar. I don't think it's ever won any awards or anything like that, but I love that cigar. I'll happily buy boxes of it. Remember when we went to Birmingham and Rarish and I bought a box of Kidose. Get off the phone, man.
It doesn't matter. I'm listening to you.
No, because I'm talking.
I'm not on camera, so I can look at comments.
Because it's a bit jarring, like, you know, when you're talking to someone and they're looking.
Well, tough. That's the magic of TV.
I'm talking to your dumb ass.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I am. So, remember when we went to Birmingham and we had like a box of cigars there, and it was the Kidose number 50. We went through the whole fucking box there, didn't we? Practically. Okay, me and Rarish did. I think you had like a couple.
Yeah.
And then Rarish kind of whited out over one cigar. Of like the weakest Cuban cigar. He was like, oh, it's too strong.
Did he?
Fucking hell, man. Because what he does is he smokes cigars on empty stomachs. And I'll try and remind
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying now.
Right? I was like,
saying
Rarish, have you eaten? He goes, yeah, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, he's not fine. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, he doesn't want to eat. And then he smoked the cigar, and he's just like, oh, it's too strong. And he was just there, like, rubbing his belly. He was like, I'm too hot, man. I'm too hot.
Is this what makes it a good cigar? Just that, just that memory makes this a good cigar.
He's just there rubbing his belly, like, I'm too hot. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, fucking hell. All you had was a Kidose.
Love you, George.
Yeah. But anyway, so I love that cigar, right? But the punch shot the punch, when I did the comparison against that, handily whooped its ass. Punch shot the punch. First cigar, one of the best cigars I've smoked this year. It's just such a... I think it was number 4 or number 5 in the Cigar Aficionado list of best cigars as well last year. Probably isn't going to be this year, obviously, but I smoked that again. I smoked like a whole bunch of them, and it was brilliant. Like, honestly, I don't know why it's not that highly rated.
Is it not? I mean, I don't follow much cigar news, and I've seen it about.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're going to try some...
Does that just mean people think it's terrible? Or?
No, I don't think anyone thinks it's terrible.
No.
I think it's just... I think the Punch brand just isn't that popular unless it's the Double Corona.
Right.
I think the Double Corona, the Punch Double Corona is like the most popular punch. Or the most... Maybe not the most popular because it is an expensive cigar. The most well-known amongst people. Like, oh yeah, it's a Punch Double Corona. Massive cigar. And, you know, people are going to be looking at it thinking, yeah, this is brilliant. And it is brilliant. Don't get me wrong. It is brilliant. If you get a well-packed one. But the Punch Short the Punch, I think the Punch Short the Punch is probably the best. The names are shit though, isn't it? Punch Short the Punch.
Yeah.
The Punch Short the Punch is the best punch cigar. Terrible naming, honestly. Habanos. What's good? It's okay, Davey doesn't watch his videos, so she'll keep sending me free. So yeah, that's my first number one. I've got like a list over here. That's what I'm looking at.
Your first number? You mean your number 5?
Number 10. Number 10 in the list in top 10.
We're doing top 10.
Yeah, we're doing
Right.
top 10. We're doing top 10 best cigars and maybe top 5 worst cigars. Can you do top 5? Is it top 5 worst? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the best 5 of the worst? Does that?
The most worstest.
Yeah, the most worstest. There you go. So yeah, Punch Short the
Bigly.
Punch. The bigly worst.
The bigly worst.
What the fuck? So that's my top. That's my number 10. I think I asked a bunch of people in the group and also on the channel what their favorite top 5 cigars were as well, and I got like a whole whole list of different people's smokes, and I thought that's quite interesting how even though magazines like Cigar Aficionado will have their list and so on and so forth, most people their lists are like so vastly different.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just pointing out the obvious. I mean, obviously I'm pointing out the obvious, but it's like there aren't any cigars that kind of, when you ask people what their favorite cigars are, the variation is so huge because so many people smoke so many different cigars, and also our taste buds are so kind of different that everyone's top 5 is really different.
Yeah.
Even among Cuban cigar smokers, everyone's top 5 is quite a bit different from someone else, and even the Vitolas are different. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of, does that make top 10s complete nonsense?
Well,
kind of does, doesn't it?
I think it just underlines the point that you can't ever truly be objective with taste-based things. Like,
no, of course not.
There's just no way. You know, if you want to gain any useful information from cigar media, you have to either look at it all, or know the tastes of the person or publication that you're reading from, right?
Yeah.
So, like, this is what we said before, isn't it? Reviews work if you look at all the other reviews from the reviewer and compare them to how you taste things.
Yeah.
So, like, you think, oh, okay, that person likes spicy cigars and they've rated this really highly. I don't, so their high ratings probably don't mean much for me, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever, it's probably more complex than that, but
then I also think people just like watching reviews of cigars because it's also quite...
Yeah, well, that too.
It's like a bit of a spectator thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's that social...
But I just mean if you actually want to get anything useful information-wise out of it.
The only thing useful you can get from the biggest top 10... I know we're doing the top 10 while simultaneously dunking on top 10s. But
I'm not really doing a top 10. I'm not doing a top 10.
No, I'm doing a top 10. We're just discussing the idea of top 10s. But I think the only thing useful you can find out from a top 10 list is which cigar price is going to go up.
Yeah.
That's virtually it.
I guess some people can give you maybe some obvious tasting notes, but...
Yeah.
That's probably about as... Oh, there we go. I knew I'd written it down. I just found the name of the cigar that I was trying to talk about earlier. It's my only one that I've got a name for, so I'll save that for my top 1. Any others I think of along the way, I'm sure that's still the best. So
is it a Placencia?
No.
Okay. Remember the Placencia? We'll get
Yes, I remember that one.
There you go. See, I knew you'd remember that. Dickhead. So, yeah.
It's not my top 1 though.
No. But yeah, that's basically top 10s, right? I mean, the information from top 10 lists for cigars is virtually useless in most contexts, apart from one thing. Which price is going to go up, or which cigar is going to get out of stock very, very quickly.
Well, it's it's sort of nice to know, I guess. Especially if you've been following an outlet for a while. It's kind of nice to know where their trends are going.
Yeah. No, it's great.
And it's also like, it's less saying that, these are the top 10 for everyone. It's more, we recommend these most.
Basically.
Try these.
Yeah.
Next.
It's basically that.
Yeah.
And I think Cigar Aficionado is the biggest publication when it comes to these things anyway. So a lot of people trust what they say. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Not at all. I think they worked really hard to build, they were the first. Our first live stream, we talked about Cigar Aficionado and, whether...
well, they've lost touch.
Yeah, whether they've lost touch. I mean, we do think they've lost...
I think they have, yeah.
Yeah, we do think that they've lost touch a little bit.
It doesn't discount from what they built, though.
No, it doesn't. But then their top 10 is also very valuable. Extremely valuable to the whole industry.
The content they've got is generally all right, isn't it? It's just...
the fucking yachts and golf course. Like, shut the fuck up and tell me about a cigar.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's called, Cigar Aficionado, but they're going on about...
Cigar lifestyle.
Yeah, for fuck's sakes.
Which is complete nonsense, because I drive a beaten up old Seat, not a Bugatti.
And I don't drive at all.
Yeah, but you do wear a turtleneck on occasions. So.
Do I wear a turtleneck? What's a turtleneck?
You're the one with the top high collar thing. Your jumper.
Oh, yeah, that girl likes that one.
So called because you look like a turtle coming out of it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought you just looked like...
Or a sort of baby.
I thought you just looked like foreskin or something. I'm sorry I went there. I don't care. I mean, I'm not sorry I went there. But yeah, cigar aficionado, cigar lifestyle. That's virtually what it is. I hate that cigar lifestyle kind of idea.
Well, one of the, Andre, who's in the chat. Hi, Andre. The pictures I see of him smoking cigars are wrapped up in a coat and a scarf in bloody Northern Europe in the cold. It's not relaxing on the beach in, Barbados or something with his super yacht. And he's, he appreciates cigars a lot more than a lot of people I know. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. I think most people that smoke cigars are just probably outside in their garden, freezing their fucking tits off.
Yeah.
Just like that.
I know we're, dressed somewhat well.
Yeah.
But that's partly because I've just come from work and partly because we don't want to look too scruffy for a video.
Yeah.
If we weren't being filmed, he'd be in joggers.
I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Fuck, I missed it. I knew I was like, that's why I move around on my chair. Like
normally in your pants, no.
Why is it uncomfortable? Normally I'm like in my joggers, right? And then I'm up top. I'm like, smart. 3-piece on top.
Well, 2-piece.
Yeah, 2-piece on top. Waistcoat, jacket, joggers,
pants.
Yeah.
See, now when you watch his videos, when he's doing solo videos now, because every time you're just going to have that image now of him with his with his nice top on, just
sometimes not even a nice top.
But you don't know what's under the desk, and I don't think I want to know either. So.
Joggers. Listen, it doesn't matter what I'm wearing up top. Definitely wearing jogging bottoms at the bottom. Oh, why? Why do you have to do that for? Anyway, we were talking about how... Maybe, I'm not going to say real smokers because, it doesn't matter what price bracket you're in. You're still, if you smoke cigars, you're a cigar smoker. But... Don't care how much you spend. Yeah.
Do not care.
The vast majority of people are sat in their shed, their man cave or their man shed, outside, freezing.
Could not care less about how much money you have to spend on your hobby. It's about how much you enjoy your hobby.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
No matter what my hobby is.
Are cigars a hobby or is it more of a lifestyle? I don't know.
It's not a lifestyle, is it? That's what we just said.
But literally, it kind of is, though, isn't it?
No.
I mean, look at what we're doing.
Yeah, but no, that's for us, but not for everyone. And that doesn't make it a lifestyle either. This isn't what I do all day, every day.
I kind of do.
Yeah, but that's because you made it a living, not a lifestyle. Partly. I don't say my lifestyle is photographing cars.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's my job.
That's a good point, yeah. We need a fan.
We've got...
What, we've got comments?
We've got 14 fans.
Oh, okay. So, number 9. I keep getting the numbers wrong. Listen, this is not a very professional outfit. We are not cigar aficionado. We are 2 numpties with a camera. Or 2 cameras. And a switcher. So, number 9. Do you have any comments on... You've already made a comment on that one. But you've smoked this cigar. This is the Oliva Milano Robusto.
Yes. I would put that higher than number 9 on my list.
It's number 9 for me.
Although the Pyramid...
No, remember the one that we got from Ray? The aged one, the 2013-2014 one?
Oh, yeah.
That one was one of the best cigars I've smoked this year.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That was beautiful. Oh. I like just smoking through that cigar. I don't even remember the stream that we did, but I remember that cigar. I remember like just everything about that cigar. It was just one of the... Oh, it was so fucking good. Robusto size cigar, 5 inches long, 50 ring gauge. But for some reason, Oliva has this need to put like 7 different bands on their cigars. This is a Milano. This is also a Grand Reserva. This is also an Oliva. We get it. Okay.
It's like it goes through different stations where people work out what it is.
Yeah.
One person worked out the brand, and okay, this is Oliva.
And they put another band on, and another band.
Goes to the next person, which Vitero is this?
I swear they've got like a footband on the cigar, which is like really short, so that they won't touch. But yeah, Oliva.
Just make them all out of tobacco. Oh, look, it's a binder leaf. Wrapper leaf, even.
But yeah, the Oliva Milano Grand Reserva. You know, I never... it's not very often that you look at a New World cigar. Put your fucking phone away!
The lifestyle that Usman is promoting is buying cigar accessories he doesn't like and complaining about them.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair point. Yeah, that's exactly fucking hell. Yeah. look at all this junk, right? That I bought the Leffen lamp cutter. Oh wow! And then I've got the Davidoff cutter, huh?
A bit higher. Hold it a bit higher.
Oh, Davidoff cigar scissors cutter. This is only useful for like 2 types of cigars: Lanceros and Pyramids. Other than that, kinda maybe useless, but I've still been, you know...
Fight him in the comments.
Then you've got the Leffen lamp cutter. This one, right, everyone keeps going on about how this is amazing, but then in the same breath they say, oh no, but there's a technique to use it. Like, what do you mean there's a technique to use it? It's a cutter. If the cutter isn't freaking, you know, intuitive, then it's a shit cutter. I'm just gonna... If a cutter's not...
You can smoke a cigar badly.
Yeah, but cigars are not intuitive.
Does that make them bad cigars?
No, but it's not about... Cigars aren't about intuitive, though.
No, I guess, yeah.
It's like drinking water.
Being a bit facetious, though.
You can drink water badly. You know,
Yeah,
oh no,
yeah.
it went down the wrong...
A drinking problem.
Yeah, you don't blame the water for that, do you? That was your dumbass.
I think I do.
But this is like, yeah. You know, this cutter, it is sharp though, I'll give you that. It is sharp. And I do like it, I just don't like it. I don't know if that makes any sense. And then I've got the SD DuPont cutter. I think I've got a cutter for every kind of cigar now. And I hate them all. I'm going to just resort to using my thumb. You know, just like twist round and just take the cap off. I think I'm just going to end up doing that. Teeth on Pyramids. Teeth on Pyramids, right? Easy. What was I saying? Yeah, number 9. Oliva Grand Reserva Milano. The cigar with 7 different bands. And I didn't know, or I didn't used to think that Oliva cigars would, or New World cigars in general, would age particularly well. Because the idea with New World cigars is they're ready to smoke immediately, right? Mm-hmm. So you think, oh, they're ready to smoke immediately. They've already had the aging process and everything. They've had the fermentation, you know. So when you get them and they're ready.
Yeah.
But that cigar, right? You had the 2013 one. I had the 2014 one, and it was incredible. Mm-hmm. Utterly incredible.
Yeah, it was seriously good.
I
like the non-aged ones as well. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, even the current version. I mean, Oliva cigars in general are just brilliant. I know that, you know, it's the common choice, and for a lot of like really experienced cigar smokers, maybe they look down upon Oliva, kind of like how people look down upon Coldplay or something.
Don't care.
But you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, Nickelback. But Oliva, man. I mean, recently as well, when I went to that stupidly fancy event in Boysdale.
Yeah.
Boysdale. Even there, the Oliva Milano, I think Figurado, it won the cigar of the year. As a brand, as a company. What are you doing? Testing your audio?
No, I just muted myself while I coughed.
Oh.
So as not to deafen everyone.
And I had to tell everyone about it.
Well, yeah, you had to tell everyone about it.
So yeah, Oliva, as a brand, you know, they've been making some awesome cigars, and they've got a new limited edition out.
Right.
I haven't tried it. I really, really want to try it. I'm gonna try and contact someone that I know to see if I can get a hold of them. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Milano Reserva. I think the Milano series from Oliva are some of the best cigars I've smoked. But despite that, despite that, my favorite Oliva is still the Bellicoso, which is not a Milano.
My favourite's the Oliva V Milano.
Have you tried the Bellicoso?
Yes.
Yeah?
I liked it.
Just not as much as the Milano.
Yeah. So no, I as my taste has developed,
Yeah.
I found myself drawn towards, darker wrappers in general.
Yeah, Maduros are amazing.
Yeah.
Maduros are beautiful cigars. No, the Oliva ones, you have to get the Maduro ones. Unless it's the Bellicoso. I don't think there's a Maduro Bellicoso. I doubt it. But the Bellicoso, man, I remember when they was like 12, 13 pounds each. 54 ring gauge, 13 quid cigar, and you're like, yay, these are great. And then they've gone up to like 20 quid.
Yeah, it's because you keep ranting about them. Or raving about them, sorry.
But the price is...
You don't talk about cigars you don't like.
I haven't talked about cigars I don't like very much, have I?
Not yet.
No, but we're gonna. Because now we're gonna move on to the first cigar. That was the worst cigar that I smoked this year. And I had to put it on the list.
The most worstest.
The most worstest, yeah. First cigar on the list. Now, these are, in my mind, these are all equally shit. Except for one of them, but we'll get to that one. But the majority of these are just equally terrible. None of them were enjoyable. None of them were good smokes for me. Some of you might disagree, but that's fine. If anyone disagrees, obviously that's completely reasonable.
So, hold on. Is this the worst cigar or the fifth worst cigar?
Joint number 2 worst cigar. There's 4 of them.
Okay.
The second worst.
So you've got 4 that are equally bad and then one that's even worse.
Kinda.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how this works.
That's why I'm trying to work it out for the sake of the viewers.
Okay, let me just simplify it. This is number 5.
Okay.
This is number 5, and it's the Kraken.
Although 5 to 4 are pretty equol.
Yeah.
It's the Kraken. Yeah.
It's the Kraken. The big fucking...
The Kraken.
Yeah. That big dildo of a cigar. Who thought...
You have to say it.
It is though, isn't it? That is the most dildo-looking cigar I've ever seen in my life.
And you'd know.
Why would I? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I was like, what do you mean? Why would I know? And then I got the joke. Okay, fine. Dick jokes on me. I made it up for myself, man. Oh, that cigar. I couldn't even... I don't want to say it, but I couldn't even get it in my mouth. Holy crap. What was it? 8 inches long, 80 ring gauge, ridiculous size, not even a long filler cigar. So they couldn't even make it into a proper cigar. It was just stupid production for no reason. It's a novelty cigar, right?
But you don't pay a huge amount for that novelty, I guess. If you find that novelty funny, which doubtless some people are going to do, I can't imagine why. Get your minds out of the gutter, people.
I'm not.
But you don't pay a huge amount for it, so if it's not very sustainable, but that's what you
horrible.
want.
It made me feel sick.
Yeah, well.
But not sick in the sense of when you get nicotine sickness or when a cigar's too strong and it makes you feel a bit whatever. It wasn't that kind of sick. It was like genuine nauseated feeling. And yeah, I didn't like that. It was a terrible, terrible smoke. I couldn't finish it. It was one of the very few cigars that I didn't finish. And I tend to finish all cigars, even when they're really, really bad. Like all the other cigars in this list, I think. Yeah, every other cigar in this list, I finished them all.
Mm-hmm.
This one though, this fucking cigar. Oh. But the reason why it's so low on the top 5 worst cigar, top 5? On the 5 worst
5 cigars.
The worst 5 cigars. The reason why it's so low is because you wouldn't expect it to be bad. To be good. You wouldn't expect it to be great, would you?
Yeah.
Because it's like a $2
Yeah, it's not a disappointment.
Yeah, it's not like you smoke it and think, oh my god, I'm disappointed. I was expecting this to be amazing. No, you're expecting it to be a bit of a joke.
You might be expecting it to be better than it was.
But you're not disappointed when it turns out to be a piece of shit.
No.
No, because you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
You're not exactly surprised.
You get what you pay for, right? It's the price of a fucking.
Which doesn't always hold true for cigars, but
no, it doesn't. But in this case, it definitely does.
yeah.
In this case, it definitely does hold up. That Kraken, horrible cigar. Number 8. I'm losing count.
Number 4.
No, best cigars.
Oh,
Going back.
we're going back. We've only done one. We've done 2 good ones and.
Yeah, because I've got 5 and then 10, right? So I'm going two good.
Oh, right. Yeah.
One bad. Yeah, right. I thought this through to some extent.
Yeah.
I'm not improvising it completely.
I'm glad someone has.
I'm not completely
Shame
improvising.
you didn't tell me beforehand, but.
Monte Cristo number 2. Remember, I even called.
Oh, yeah, we're back to good now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Yeah. Back to good. I even called you to tell you about this cigar. This cigar was so fucking good. I had to call you. So a few weeks back, I'm going to address the audience now, right? So a few weeks ago, towards the end of last year, I think it was just after Christmas, I smoked a Monte Cristo number 2, and this Monte Cristo number 2 was just incredible. One of the best cigars I'd smoked that year. Way better than this one. Like, this is really good, but this was especially brilliant. And I couldn't believe how good that cigar was. It was so good that after I finished smoking it, I had to stand up and applaud the fucking cigar. And I'm not kidding. I really did stand up, and I was just like, I was just like in awe. I was just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what. I felt bad throwing the ash away. I felt like I needed to bury it, or like, say some words.
I feel like you need help.
I'm telling you, that cigar was in a different league.
Sudden chocolatey flavours from this cigar.
Put the camera on you for a second. I'm just gonna do
Okay,
some
I'll put the camera on me.
There we go. It was a daddy long leg. Anyway, Monte Cristo number 2. Is it back to... Oh, you never left me, did it?
You never know.
Yeah, I will know.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Monte Cristo number 2. This cigar. I missed that cigar. I was hoping this was going to be like that, but it's not, is it? It's just not. That was just utter perfection. The draw was just perfect. The burn was... the burn on this is pretty much perfect as well. I've got no complaints about that. I don't know if you guys can you see? Can they?
Yeah.
Okay. The draw on this is pretty much perfect. The draw on the burn. But the flavors in that one, just in a different league. It was like a spicy, chocolatey, but not like a harsh spice, not like a hot spice, more like a flavorful spice, along with like this really nice wood, and it was consistent, but it was kind of like flowing back and forth between several flavors. Like it was just pinging back and forth between like 3 flavors with each of the draws. It just kept things interesting as well as being consistent. It was perfect. Monte Cristo number 2. And it was from 2020. Didn't even have that much age on it. We're taking a smoke break.
Tell you what, this is really good. Second, third of this particularly has been excellent. Guess we'll make the list now.
What was he called again?
Don't know. I'll have to look it up. See what Andre wrote.
He wrote 77.
77 with the skull on it.
So yeah, Monte Cristo number 2. Monte Cristo is like an all-time classic anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Like one of the most popular cigars in the world is a Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
So you can't really go wrong with that. I know my selection of top 10 cigars might be pretty obvious, but it's not like I'm going...
I've already guessed a few.
Yeah, of course you have. It's not like I'm trying to make this into some big secret like Cigar Aficionado. Go through a whole fucking week just to get to the number 1 cigar. Just tell me which one it is.
No, we're just dragging everyone through 2 hours instead. Might be more painful.
Right? 2 hours instead of 1 week. Yeah, it might be more painful. Sorry, guys. But I'm also filling it with bullshit in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's less value. But Monte Cristo, you can't go wrong with it. It's just one of the all-time
We might have to
Classic
speed up a bit,
cigars.
actually, because they're 55 minutes in already.
Are we? Oh fuck. Okay. Number 7.
Seven, yeah,
Yeah,
seven.
7. I know numbers. I count sometimes.
I'll believe that when I see it.
I'm not puffing on this long enough because I'm talking too much. Number 7. Obviously, there's going to be a Trinidad in this.
Yeah, there it is. I was wondering where.
Now, the reason this would have been a lot higher if I didn't smoke other cigars that were just magical Unico level type fucking cigars as well. But the Trinidad Media Luna. Now, the reason why this cigar made it for me and not the Fundadores this year, despite the fact that I did smoke a bunch of Fundadores, is that the Trinidad Media Luna is the most consistently brilliant, perfect cigar every single time. I've smoked boxes upon boxes of the Trinidad Media Luna. By the way, number 7 is Trinidad Media Luna, just in case, you know.
I think we got that.
Every single one that I've smoked, and I mean every single one that I've smoked, has been amazing. Every single one. I haven't had a single Media Luna, and I'm telling you, I've been through several boxes of these cigars because they're not that expensive. In the UK, they're like about, you know, you could get them for like 20 quid each, between 20 and 25 pounds each, right? So for the Trinidad, that's not expensive. For the Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like massive cigars that take forever to smoke, because it's, you know, I think 4.5 inches long, 50-ish ringgit, 50 or 52 ringgit. Yeah, 50. I think 50 ringgit. So it's not a massive cigar, so it doesn't take forever. So you could smoke one, enjoy it for an hour, and it's not going to take a huge amount of time. You know, a lot of other cigars, you can't smoke them regularly because they take too long. You don't have like 3 hours for a fucking Salomons every single day, do you?
Well, I wish, but
but you know, it's what it is. So, but this cigar, I've smoked so many of them this year. Even when we went to London and we did that interview with Mitchell, cigar I smoked was the Media Luna.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing then, and it's amazing. It was amazing last week. It's just the best consistent cigar I've smoked last year.
I've noticed if you are faced with a choice in a humidor and not that much time, or you know, it's always your safe bet. Like, I often see you going for it if we are needing to choose relatively quickly.
Yeah. And yeah, it is a safe bet. That's right.
Or like, if we don't necessarily trust the humidor or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
it's a safe bet. It's it's the safest bet I've ever found. The Trinidad Vihir, excellent cigar, but the Media Luna is just far more consistent in my mind. It's the best new release. I say new, it's relatively new. From Habanos. Every single time. And I can't get... I just don't seem to understand how that cigar is so good every single time. Every single time. The Trinidad Media Luna is one of the best cigars I've smoked in a very long time, and definitely one of the best cigars that I smoked last year. I did smoke a bunch of Fundadores, which were just magic, you know, amazing cigars. But I only wanted to put a space in for one Trinidad. Otherwise, this whole fucking list would be just Trinidad, right? Just like Trinidad Media Luna, then the Vihir, then... But...
I smoked New Worlds, I smoked Trinidad's.
Yeah.
That's from the New World.
So, Trinidad Media Luna took the spot just because it's the more consistent cigar. With the Fundadores, yes, every one of them was great or incredible, but it kind of fluctuates. And sometimes there are occasions when you get a Fundadores and it's plugged and you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, 40 quid. 40 quid now on a Fundadores.
That's not fun, the Doris.
No. But the last one I had was amazing. So in 2017.
I've just seen how little you smoked of your cigar, by the way.
Oh, have I? Yeah, because I'm talking too much, right?
It's like Exhibit A. Exhibit B. You're hiding half of it behind your fingers.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So
I'm just sat here smoking and he's talking.
Yeah, I'm just.
I don't have that much to say.
But you've smoked the Trinidad, have you? Have you smoked the Trinidad Medelluna yet? If you haven't, when we go to that place next week.
Top secret.
Yeah. When we go to that place next week, wink wink, please get the Trinidad Medelluna. Or I'll get it for you.
You heard it here first, folks.
I said or. So please get the Trinidad Medelluna. That's... In fact, we're both getting Trinidad Medullans. Fuck it. You know, either that or the... have I put it in the list? No, I haven't. Either that or the Paul Larrañaga Galanes.
I've had that.
Have you had it?
I think so.
I don't think you have. You've had the Monte Carlo. You've had a whole bunch of them. Because I kept throwing them at you. They're like, oh no, these are only a $5 each. Here, have them. And you're like, I've already got one in my mouth.
Just lobbing cigars at me. No wonder they're all broken.
That. That's another Monte Carlo. Here, smoke that too. Now, you've had a bunch of Monte Carlos. But I don't think you've had the Galanes yet. The Galanes is the shorter, fatter cigar. Similar size to the Medioluna.
I feel like I have. Maybe I just looked at the band on yours. I don't know. Anyway.
Gold band. Really pretty band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've done 2 good ones. Now we're on to
another bad one.
Another bad one. Let's see what the list says.
We're waiting for the bingo here.
Gurkha. Remember when we smoked those 2 those Gurkha cigars on the live stream because we did Gurkha night? Yeah, that was one of the worst cigars I've smoked that year.
Is this it? Is this?
This is the one.
Ding 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 ding.
Gurkha Cigars. I even in the list I wrote Gurkha Cigars, and then instead of putting the name there, I just said, "Who cares?"
All of them.
All of them, yeah. Gurkha Cigars. Which one was it? Does it matter? No. Hasn't been a single Gurkha cigar that I've smoked that I've enjoyed. We had a whole Gurkha night talking about, are Gurkha cigars actually as bad as they say they are, or is it just cool to make fun of them? No. They really are as bad as people say they are. They really are. And you and I...
People being you.
No, you agreed with me when you smoked that cigar.
Yeah.
And Ray and like every other person that I've spoken to. I don't know if I can say this on the live stream. But I've told you this story.
Generally don't then.
Yeah.
It's usually the rule.
So I spoke to someone quite influential in the cigar industry, right? And we were just hanging out and we were smoking. And I go to him.
Yeah, this definitely sounds like something you shouldn't say on a live stream.
I was like, so what do you think of Gurkha Cigars? You've got it on your shelves, innit? And he goes, the what? He goes, Gurkha Cigars. And I had to like show him on his website. And he's like, oh yeah, they're shit. And I was like, thank you. It was just a little bit of catharsis, you know, just bonding experience. Like, yes, more people hate something that I hate as well. Let's hate it.
We can bond over mutual dislike.
Yeah, let's hate this together. Gurkha Cigars, you know, I think we just love to hate Gurkha, right? It's just one of them things.
Yeah, it's great fun.
It is a bit fun. It's some, you know.
Who else will we scapegoat?
Exactly, right?
Kraken's only one cigar.
No. But there's a little bit of enjoyment in hating something. You know, when you collectively hate something, but not in like let's go freaking with our pitchforks. I mean, like just like, look at him.
It's a very English thing, I think, isn't it?
It is a very English thing, isn't it? Our self-deprecating nature, but also just collectively hating something or disliking something or just dunking on something, like the French, you know.
I was waiting for that.
Oh, my friend's gonna fucking have a go at me for that comment. Like, yeah, what about us? But yeah, Gurkha Cigars, number 4 worst cigar I smoked.
Yes,
and
the 4th worst.
In fact, tell me what you thought when you smoked that cigar. Can you remember it?
Not really. I mostly remember just thinking it was pretty naff. I don't really remember anything specific about it, to be honest.
Because you had no flavours, right?
Well, exactly. It was like sort of, this is cigar, you know?
Yeah, it's just like oh, there's a hint of tobacco in here,
Yeah.
and then just tar.
Tastes sort of generic.
Yeah.
It
You might
wasn't
as well
like
smoke a cigarette.
it wasn't like it wasn't terrible.
No?
No, as in, it didn't like, it didn't disgust me or anything. It didn't.
Yeah, no, he didn't. It just made
wasn't
me think.
like in the same, because obviously we're reviewing cigars we like.
Yeah.
Right. As opposed to cigars we can still smoke. If you can smoke it, it's tolerable.
Yeah, I mean, I did finish it. The Kraken.
And tolerable is the benchmark, really, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So, I mean, I did finish it. You
Yeah.
finished it. I didn't finish the Kraken. Kraken's the only one that I didn't finish. But that cigar, yeah, Gurkha cigar, whatever it was, I can't remember. I think there's a picture of it on the live stream thumbnail. No, don't look it up now. But Andreas will probably tell us what it is, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah. Okay, back to the good ones. I like talking about the good ones. 6. You've smoked this. You've had a whole box of these, but then some of them are stolen from you.
I put this higher than 6.
To be fair, every single cigar that I'm saying in this list is probably like joint amazing.
Yeah.
Except for like the number 1. The number 1 was like just slightly.
Same for me. All the ones we're now into the kind of numbers that I can start to mention things.
Yeah.
And same for me. The number 1 trumps the lot, but the rest are great.
Yeah, like from 10 till 2, all of them are equally wow.
Yeah.
Like they're almost interchangeable.
Yeah. So we're basically just completely throwing the whole concept of what we're doing out the window.
We are. But we're also not, because we're still putting numbers next to them.
Great.
So number 6 is the Placencia Orchard Selection.
Yes.
The Delicia Toro. Is it called Delicia? I don't know. Something like that. It's called a Toro, right? 6 inches long, 50 ring gauge. Little bit of a plain band. I didn't like the band on it. I hated the band on that cigar. Just orange and black
I
text.
kind of did, because as in did like it, not did hate it. But I don't know, just because that kind of design speaks to me, I think.
Does it?
Also, it was nice paper.
I didn't like the paper.
No?
But then when I smoked the cigar, but point is, I really didn't. Although I disliked it, I also didn't care. Because the cigar was so amazing. Does it really matter about the fucking bands, right? That's all just bullshit, isn't it? You care about. Well, it does matter. Presentation does matter. Actually, I take that back. I take that back.
It matters if you're choosing and buying. It matters less once you've already got it.
Yeah, that's true. But it was an amazing cigar.
Yeah.
It was so good. That cigar, it really blew my mind. In terms
Quite
of
strong.
Yeah, but I love the strength of it.
Yeah.
That strength
Didn't blow your head off. But
no. Beautiful.
Stood up
fruity
to a
notes.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember like it being quite strong and fruity, and
Yeah.
there was a hint that was like it was kind of like some of the North Star coffee that we have,
Right.
but
Yeah.
but like dialed to
Cigar
11
levels. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it was way better than the coffee, obviously. But I'm just kind of pointing out the fruity notes I was getting from that coffee as well. It was so good.
Yeah.
We should have got that box signed,
Yeah. If I had one complaint about that, it was that, the sort of bitter taste you got on your lips, which I'm not getting at all from this cigar, by the way. It had a lot of that. But that's quite a minor complaint, really.
I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out how that was happening.
It's happened on other cigars, just
No,
not
but
quite as much.
no, but the tar comes from like the actual.
It wasn't a tar taste, it was...
But that bitterness normally comes from the inner part of the cigar. You don't get that bitterness on the wrapper.
Yeah.
Like I didn't quite get that.
I don't know. It was a minor.
Yeah, it was a minor issue because the whole cigar itself was so good that bitterness that you got on the lips was like, yeah, okay, whatever. It was so good, but I didn't like the bands.
Just remember not to lick your lips too much.
Yeah.
Done.
I didn't like the bands, and I'll tell you why I didn't like the bands on that cigar. Because if you look at the other Placencia cigars like the Almafuerte, and the Almafuerte. If you just look at the bands on that cigar, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? So much detail, the gold, the black, the lettering is wonderful. They got the logo on there, and it just looks like they put a lot of time and effort into it. Admittedly, I understand that Mitchell probably chose really plain bands to kind of keep the cost down, which helps the end consumer.
I think it's also good to, not even as a contrast, just put it on me if I'm talking. It's just like, it's understated. You know, you let the cigar speak for itself a bit more.
Yeah, it's a little bit of class.
Yeah.
It's that understated.
Different kind of class.
Yeah.
Like those sort of, you know, gold and black, I was about to say embroidered bands, that'd be quite a thing, wouldn't it? You know, all the scrolls and things they've got on
whatever,
it.
right?
That's like kind of...
It's not class, it's flash.
Yeah, some of them do it all right and make it sort of old world class.
Yeah.
Rather than flash.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But I know what you mean. There is that understated class to it. It's like you said.
Reserved.
Yeah, reserved. And like you said, you let the cigar speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to have a flashy band on it.
No.
And I think I just got hung up on it at the very beginning. It wasn't something that bothered me at all afterwards, because I was like, oh wait, no, I don't give a shit. This cigar's amazing.
Yep.
It was just that I was interested in, because I'm interested in autumn selections, and but that one I was just a little less interested in it because it didn't have the presentation. But then I know that's such a stupid hang up to have.
I mean, we smoked the first one of those outside.
In the cold.
In the relative cold.
No, it was cold.
Okay, you were just a wuss, but...
Yeah, it was fucking freezing. We were moving around just to try and keep warm.
Despite that,
yeah,
we were still thinking, you know, we were...
Wow.
Yeah, we were distracted from the cold, not the cold distracted from the cigar.
I'll tell you what, though. I was really annoyed for you. You know why?
Yeah, let's not get into that.
I was like, when that was taken, I was like, but Alex, no. And then, you know, it had been done, so you were like, yeah, no, it's fine. Oh. But that cigar, the Placencia Autumn Selection Toro, unfortunately, they're completely out of stock. And
I'm surprised.
yeah, but I kind of, you know, it annoys me a little. Not because someone's done anything wrong, but just because I missed out on more of them.
Yeah.
I know that Mitchell probably does like small batches and small selections of certain cigars based on what the production is and what's available.
Yeah.
And he probably samples them and he's like, okay, no, these are the ones that I want and these are the only ones that I want. I don't want to kind of mix them. And I respect that and I appreciate that because it means that we get really, really good tobacco and really good cigars.
Well, that's what he's putting his name to, isn't it? You know?
Exactly. But it also makes me think, oh, for fuck's sakes, man, I want more of these. And unfortunately, there aren't any. He's probably got some hidden away in some stash or whatever. You know, that he's smoking himself.
Behind the big Fort Knox door in the, in the basement. Yeah.
But there's none of them left. I think he mentioned that there might be another Placencia coming with his name on it.
All right.
He mentioned a Lancero.
Ooh.
I know.
Yes, please.
If he makes a Lancero,
yes, please.
I'm definitely getting that one. But Placencia Autumn Selection, one of the best cigars I've smoked. See, there are some new worlds in here. Spring, how many? Some. Shut up.
Trinidad.
No, so far I've mentioned 2 New World cigars.
Yep.
Out of 5.
Yep.
40%.
I suspect that number will go down.
Let's find out. Next cigar. This had to come onto this one because I've been going on about it with Ricardo for a long time. The Joya de Nicaragua Numero Uno. Oh, that cigar. I first smoked it on a live stream. And the cigar was so good. I was just smoking it and just looking at it like, what the fuck is in here? What is going on? Why is this cigar so good? I couldn't believe how good it was. When it's like, that cigar was so good, it just shocked me. I knew it was going to be good. I thought that it was going to be good. Like, I was expecting it to be good, but then in my head I was like, okay, don't expect too much, you might be disappointed. But I was expecting it to be really good. I just had no idea how good. And when I smoked that cigar, it completely blew my mind. And I don't know if you noticed when we went upstairs, I've got fucking 2 boxes of them now. So, and the box of that is beautiful. Like full lacquer, I think lacquer. No, lacquered box or something. and you open it up, and each one is individually like carved in or something, like a little slot for each one, and it comes with like a ribbon, and it's just it's so nice. Yeah, I had to get a couple of boxes of it because that cigar was just so damn good, and I smoked it one after the other. I
chain smoked them.
I honestly did. I honestly chain smoked it. I wasn't even mad at myself. I was like, I was patting myself on the back. I was like, well done. That was good. I really enjoyed that one. But the Joya de Nicaragua numero uno. The person who introduced me to that cigar was Ricardo Carioni. We know Ricardo. For the audience, he's the current COO of Toro Imports. Toro Imports is, I think, the biggest UK importer of New World cigars.
Only, aren't they?
No, they're not the only.
Are they? Oh, okay.
There's Brightleaf.
But yeah, he's an absolute consummate gentleman. And really knows his... Well, I mean, there's a video with him on this channel. Go watch it if you haven't.
It's not the most popular video on the channel, but you know what? It should be. It should be a really popular video because I think more people should be interested in what Ricardo has to say.
Yeah.
Because
totally.
that guy has so much positivity. He's an incredible individual, and I think that people should definitely watch out for this person.
Yeah.
Because I think he could be one of the huge people in the industry.
Toro Imports are...
Toro Imports is huge.
They're doing some interesting stuff at the moment.
Of course.
Making some interesting hires. Like... Obviously, Hunters has been, a big name for a long time.
Hunters will always be Hunters. Yeah, it's just what it is.
Toro are starting to make more of a... Or I think they will start to make more of a name for themselves. People obviously know the cigar brands more than they know the importers. But I can see the name Toro becoming much more of a cigar household name, as it were. Yeah,
and I think Ricardo's probably... we don't know this for certain, but we're guessing that Ricardo's probably going to eventually become the CEO of the company. He's going to take over the reins from...
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And wouldn't be concerned.
No. He's a wonderful person. And I think people should definitely watch that video that we did. Even not even for us, just like that guy.
For anyone else, I'd say that after all these compliments, he wouldn't fit his head out the door. But for him, he'd just be
embarrassed about it. He's like, shut the fuck up. Can you not? Or he just throw compliments back or something.
Yeah. And mean them.
Yeah. No, I love that guy. He's a wonderful person. He introduced me to the numero uno. He's from Nicaragua, so it was very appropriate that the ex-deputy ambassador of Nicaragua gave me the ambassador cigar. So it was quite a nice it was quite a nice
into the country in a nice velvet bag on a plane.
It was just a really nice touch, and then I smoked it first on the live stream, and I exclaimed how surprised I was, how good, not surprised, but how surprised,
impressed.
Because I knew it was going to be good, I just had no idea it was going to be that good. It was just mind-blowingly brilliant. So that's numero uno. Fourth cigar, we're coming into the
we need another bad one now.
Orchard selection numero uno. Oh, do I need
we done sixth and fifth.
Oh yeah. Now it's a bad one. I mean, some people might get annoyed about this, but it is one of the worst cigars I smoked last year. Several times, because I gave it a fair shot. I think I gave it a fair shot. I smoked it a few times, and each time it was just bad.
I'm trying to think what it is now.
The EP Carrillo Pledge Prequel.
Oh, yeah.
5 inches long, 50 ring gauge. He got number 1 on Cigar Aficionado. He got the highest rating ever on Cigar Aficionado in recent times. Ridiculous rating, ridiculously high rating. Not ridiculous.
But does that high rating form part of your?
No, you didn't. It was just a bad smoke. Okay. It really genuinely was a bad smoke. Like, I did not enjoy a single piece of that cigar. There wasn't a single moment where. That's a lie. I think I took one draw or something, which was decent, and I was like, "Wait, where's the rest of that gone?" Okay. Terrible loose draw, like loose draw, not an easy draw. I'm talking, imagine like a cigar and someone's taken like a few leaves out, and then you've just got like a little gap in the middle.
A few too many stabs of the perfect draw.
There you go. I'm not smoking this properly because I keep going out. But that cigar, really, really bad. I really did not enjoy it. I can't recommend it. I know a lot of people do like that cigar. Clearly they do, because that's why, you know, you got #1 from Cigar Aficionado. A bunch of other people talked about how much they like it. And even if you go on Instagram and people post about that cigar, people really, really enjoy that. So if you do like that cigar, obviously, you know, that's fine, clearly. You know, people can enjoy whatever they want to enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Yeah, I think we've made that caveat that we don't actually care what you like.
No, I do care. I do care. I don't.
In a great way. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
if you like something, then
yeah,
please carry on enjoying it.
We care to know what you like. We don't. It doesn't matter to us what you like.
Yeah, like
if you like what you want.
Exactly.
If you like Gurkhas, have Gurkhas.
Precisely. If you like a cigar, then by all means carry on enjoying it. I'm glad that you do. Yeah, because you know you found some enjoyment in something I didn't.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, so I think we've made that caveat enough.
Yeah, but I'm making that just in case, because this is another video and we've got like some new people on the channel.
I think that's why we started out the whole video by saying how subjective these things were. I was going to say before, the reason I asked whether the ratings of it affected your disappointment with it.
Maybe to some extent, because I might have had some preconceived notions.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, because how far, you know, it's not really the cigar's fault, is it?
No, I'll tell you why that's not really the case. Because the first time I smoked it, it was well before Cigar Aficionado mentioned anything about it. Because the first time I smoked it was in October 2020. I went to the local cigar shop in Wakefield, and he just, you know, the guy was talking to me, and lovely fellow, by the way. You know, I go to his store quite regularly. I
always forget his name. It's so bad.
I'm gonna go with Steve. But that's not because
I'm gonna hedge my bets and say a white guy in Wakefield is probably called Steve.
That's basically what it was. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, that was a little bit of racism there. Okay, I apologize, but I was just like, white name. I'm sorry. It's okay. He makes fun of me for being brown. Okay, just not on camera, so he doesn't get that.
Yeah, great guy though.
No, great guy. And I was buying a bunch of cigars for him, as I do. And he goes, "Hey, check these out. These just arrived, you know, in the post or whatever. I'm assuming in the post." And he took out a box, and it was Pledge Prequel, but I didn't know what they were. Now, I knew about EP Carrillo because I smoked some of the EP Carrillo cigars in the past, and I enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them. They were good. So I thought, okay, I'll give this one a try as well. So I took 2 of them. They were literally like, I think they were $18.99 or something, right? And I thought, that's not bad for the New World cigar. Well, for the cigar in the UK, $18.99. That's not bad for the price. So I bought 2 of them, came home, smoked one the same day. And I was like, oh, this is fucking bad. Like, I didn't like it at all. And then the other one I let it rest, because I thought maybe I didn't let it rest or something, because, you know, it just arrived in the post that day, and maybe that's what it was. So I left it in the humidor for about a month or so, and then in November I smoked the other one, and it was equally bad.
Right.
It was just not good. And then the top 25, because Cigar Aficionado does the top 25 or the top 10 in January the following year, right? So obviously at that time it didn't arrive. Did that that came out, I saw the review and I was like, wait a minute, I've smoked. No, in my head I was like, wait, have I smoked this? And I went back and I looked at the bands that I smoked. I was like, yes, I did smoke these. And then I contacted the guy. He goes, no, you took 2 of them. But so I double checked with him as well. Yeah, I definitely definitely smoked them. And I smoked more of them in the year afterwards, just to kind of double check, like, am I nuts about this? Like, this one, this got the high score. Like, maybe I'm being crazy about it.
Yeah.
So, no.
See, the thing I was going to say before was was how far we can let other reviews let us down, as it were. You know, like, it's not the cigar's fault if it gets a good review and then you think it's terrible. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't help but have a bit of that notion, you know.
You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. But this one, clear case of not, because I smoked it well before I knew anything about it. I had nothing. I knew nothing about it. There was nothing that I read about it, and the ratings came out in January. I smoked it in October and November, and it was bad then. It was bad this year as well. It's been consistently bad. EP Carrillo, Pledge Prequel. Yeah, number three worst cigar that I smoked last year.
Okay.
Back to the good ones.
Fourth and third.
Cohiba Siglo 5.
Cohiba Siglo 5.
I mean, Cohiba, it's like, you know, I know for a lot of people it's the obvious choice, right? Cohiba. Oh, wow. Oh, you like the Cohiba.
I don't think I've ever had a Cohiba.
No? Most of them are overpriced.
I don't think I have.
I think the only Cohibas that I really, really like, I'm gonna name like 4 or 5 of them now. But the Cohibas that I like are the Cohiba Robusto, all-time classic.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with that. Well, you can, but if you get a bit of age on it, you really can't go wrong with it. Cohiba Esplendidos, you genuinely can't go wrong with that. But it's really expensive, stupidly expensive. Cohiba Siglo 5 is the best Cohiba I've ever smoked. And the Cohiba Medio Siglo.
Right.
Those are the 4 best Cohibas I've smoked, comfortably. People talk about the Siglo 6, and they talk about like the, you know, Pyramids Extra or whatever. But no, for me, definitely Cohiba Siglo 5, best Siglo cigar in the range, Lonsdale length cigar. I think 44 ring gauge. I could be wrong. Are you looking it up?
No, I'm just checking the comments just in case.
But
just somebody said that Bravo 10 said every cigar he smoked in 2020 was better than the EP Carrillo.
Who said that?
Sorry, 2021. Bravo 10. Every cigar he smoked in 2021 was better than the Carrillo. Scored, was it 98? Yeah.
Right? So maybe I'm not going crazy. You know. 3 people liked that cigar. And they were all a cigar aficionado. Rubbing their hands together with I'm kidding. No.
Anyway, back to good.
There's no yeah. Cohiba Siglo 6.
5.
Siglo 5. Cohiba Siglo 5, in my mind, is the best Siglo cigar, is the best in the Siglo range. It's relatively close to the Lancero Vitola. It's not a Lancero, but you know, it's a Lonsdale. Long and thin, basically. Long and thin. I can't believe I just said that.
Get your mind out of the gutter. I said it earlier.
Never.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
I'll wash it out with some smoke.
You should. You haven't smoked your cigar very much. I'm down to my last third, and you're still on first.
To be fair, this is burning really slow. Like, it's heavily packed. The drawer is good, but it's tasting amazing. Like, now it's tasting really fucking nice.
So, there we go. There's a good one. I'm going to put this pretty highly on my list. Having just smoked it and only smoked one.
And not knowing what it's called?
Not knowing what it's called. Oh, it says Never Surrender on the back of it. On the back of the band. Cigar77.com. Never surrender.
Unless you're French.
I will not surrender this cigar.
Unless you turn into a French person.
Nope. I can never surrender this cigar. Yeah. Tastes really nice.
What does it taste like?
First third was...
Chicken.
First third tasted a bit like Snickers bar.
Oh yeah, obviously.
No. Slightly woody, I guess. I'm not very good at tasting notes.
Do you know what you remind me of? I'm sorry, I have to say this, right? But you know in Ratatouille, have you seen Ratatouille? Okay, it doesn't matter. Then the reference is gone. But in Ratatouille, right, the main rat, whenever he tastes something, he sees all these like colors and everything, and they illustrate it really, really well. It's like, oh wow, you know, that's how he imagines things. And then his brother's just there, start eating garbage. He goes, how can you eat that? He goes, what? It's food. I'm hungry. Because yeah, but don't you taste anything? Because I don't know. So he gives him like some nuts and whatever. He goes, what did you taste? And for a split second, you'll see like some colors just go on in his head, and he's like, nope, it all tastes like garbage to me. And then he goes back to eating the garbage.
Well, anyway.
Sorry. I didn't mean to compare you to that character. It just came into my head for a second. I apologize. That's not a fair comparison, but it was a funny comparison.
To a rat. Thanks.
No, not to a rat. A character.
Literally to anyway.
To a character.
So the second third, I got a big hit of chocolate in the second third. Very smooth. The whole thing's been very smooth so far. Going into the third, I don't really know yet. I haven't quite smoked through enough of it, but we'll see.
What kind of chocolate? Was it Snickers?
No.
Was it like the Snickers chocolate without the caramel and the nuts?
No.
Kind of was, wasn't it?
No.
What kind of chocolate?
Cigar chocolate.
Cigar chocolate. Dark and bitter.
Just like you.
See what I mean? See what I mean? I'm not the only racist in the room. Anyway, next cigar.
Third
cigar. I mean this. I kind of feel a little bit, not shitty, but just a little bit like, well, duh, about this one. And it's the Ramonayones number 2.
Right.
Limited edition cigar for 2019. And I smoked it very early on in this year. Last year, sorry. I smoked it very early on last year. And, whew, legendary level cigar.
Yeah.
Legendary level cigar. I think Mace disagrees with me on this one because he definitely preferred the Monte Cristo from 2019.
Right.
And he was like, nope, Monte Cristo is absolutely the better cigar. And do you know what? I agree with him about how good the Monte Cristo is. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The Monte Cristo was a fantastic cigar. But the number 2 was one of the best cigars I've ever smoked. It was like a hot chocolate. Just, magic level cigar. Are you going through the comments?
No, I was trying to find a picture of a band so I could say another cigar.
Which cigar?
Go on, carry on.
No, you tell me, go on.
No, I'll tell you in a minute. I haven't found it yet.
Put it on you because I need to light my cigar again.
You like your cigar?
Go on, what's the cigar called?
I'm just trying to find it. Oh, it was La Galera. Hold on, I'm trying to find a better picture now.
Oh, the best La Galera is the Toro.
This was the Hecho Amamo Majoro.
The best La Galera I smoked was the, and I smoked a lot of them.
Well, these are the ones that I have smoked, and that one was lovely.
Oh, you need to try.
I can't remember anything else about it, so you have to take my word for it. There you go, reviews by Alex.
La Galera, the Toro, Elector. That's what it's called, Elector. It comes with this gold band at the foot. It's a cheap band, like a really cheap, crappy shit band. You know, you take it off and you feel it and you're like, why? Why even bother putting it on? It was so shit. But that cigar is so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem with La Galera is that their bands are so freaking huge that whenever you get a small Vitola, the whole band covers the whole cigar. So you got to take it off straight away. I think they've got a 4-inch cigar and the whole band covers the whole cigar. That's the only problem I found with La Galera. Aside from that, one of the best cigars. A little bit strong. But if you've got, like, you know, a glass or cup of Coca-Cola, full fat, it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, for me, Ramonayones number 2, Bellicoso size cigar, 5.5 inches long, 52 ring gauge, basically the same Vitola as the Bolivar Bellicoso. I think you've smoked the Bolivar Bellicoso, right?
No.
Yeah, you have.
Have I?
Yeah, I've given you a bunch of them. I've given you like at least 2 of them.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, yes. Was that third?
That's third, yeah. Ramonayones number 2. So are we down to a bad one?
Second worst.
Second worst.
I've got one, but I can't remember. It's the 20th anniversary Drew Estate or something. The one I got from... What was it? So I got the La Galera and this one at the same time from Wakefield.
Yeah.
It was the 20th anniversary something. No.
Literally both of us.
I'll try and remember it. Carry on. As you were.
So, second worst cigar. Now, I really struggled between this one and the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
Because I went back and forth a few times, but then I decided on making this number 2. And I decided on making this number 2. I'll explain when I get to number 1. But the second worst cigar I ever smoked, or I've not ever smoked, but actually, yeah, the second worst cigar that I ever smoked. The La Flor de Cano Elegidos.
Oh, I just found. Yeah. Sorry, I just found the picture. Yes.
What was it?
It was a Rocky Patel.
Oh yeah.
Rocky Patel 20th. Look great. Nice band.
Horrible.
Pretty average cigar. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyway, Elegidos. Did a review on that one. Panned it for the whole video. I don't know what was going on with that cigar. And then after I finished the cigar, Andreas messaged me and goes, "Oh, by the way, that's a short filler." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, it's a short filler." It didn't smoke like a short filler though. It actually smoked like a long filler cigar. But I did not like that cigar. It was just bitter and tart and horrible the whole way through.
No, I can't make that joke again, can I?
No, you can't. It was just so bad, like all the way through. There wasn't a single moment where I was smoking that cigar and I thought, "Oh, this is turning for the..." No, it's not. It was just so bad. I couldn't believe how. I mean, this, technically speaking, this is the number 1 worst cigar that I smoked last year. Because it's a proper cigar, right? The Kraken is like a joke cigar.
Yeah.
But this is a proper cigar. It might be short filler, but still, you know, it's a proper cigar. And it was just so bad. It was so terrible. I almost didn't finish that. It was so bad. I almost didn't finish it. But I did. And it's one of the new releases from Habanos, I think last year or the year. Yeah, last year or the year before. Came out around the same time as the Galanes.
Right.
The Galanes was just... wow. The Galanes almost made it into the top 10. But it just kind of got edged out. That's how good the Galanes was.
Right.
And then the Elegidos, just bad. Just terrible. Just horrible in every kind of way. I just couldn't... I just couldn't. Ah, God. I don't even have words.
You just couldn't even.
I
couldn't even.
I couldn't even. Tell us about your fucking Rocky Patel.
There's not much to say. It was just boring. That's kind of it. That's the whole... It just was a bit boring, really. Better than the Gurkha, but similar kind of idea.
Where did you smoke it?
Here.
Did you smoke it here? When?
When I got it. That's the one I...
No, you smoked the Galero.
I smoked both here.
Did you?
Yeah, one week after the other.
Oh, so it wasn't like one after the other. It was one week after the other.
Yeah.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
I don't think you even talked about it.
Yeah, well, again, it was just... Yeah.
Just bland, boring.
It's a big... from the advertising in the shop, like...
Oh, no, he loves Rocky Patel, though.
No, but even then, like, just the way that they present... You know, it was presented as in its sales stuff. It seemed like quite a hyped cigar. It was 20th anniversary, so there's going to be some hype for that. And it was just a bit... Again, they put a lot of effort into the band and stuff, so that... Yeah, really...
So do Gurkha.
I liked the design of it. Like, it was, you know, nice and black and gold.
That's how they get you.
It was.
That's how literally they got you. It was. Yeah.
I was like, well, why not? It looks nice.
Yeah. Don't
20th anniversary, they're going to put some effort into it, but...
Don't judge a book by its cover.
I just smoked it. It was like... Meh.
Don't judge a book by its cover, don't judge a cigar by its band.
Yeah.
Clearly not, because the Placencia has the worst band I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. It's less that I judged it by its band. More, you know, I didn't.
More of the sense of you saw the 20th anniversary.
I didn't know what. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from it.
Mm.
But I figured they put some effort into this clearly, so you know, there's a good chance.
No, that's a reasonable way to look at it, though.
And I didn't know what it was, so like, you know, that's how you're deciding at that point, isn't it?
No, fair enough. Yeah, that's a fair point. So yours was the Rocky Patel 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
20th anniversary.
20th anniversary.
Anniversary, yeah. I keep saying anniversario.
Oh, should have switched the camera then, shouldn't I? There you go.
Okay, next cigar.
Well, we're on second and first now, so we'll have to do second and then the worst and then the...
Okay. Really? Okay, we'll end you on the best cigar.
Or end it on end it on a high, come on.
End it on a high.
You can talk more about the highs.
Okay. Well, the second best cigar I smoked, this was like so obvious. It was a no-brainer. Padron. I mean, I love Padron.
Mm-hmm.
How many new worlds are there?
Padron.
Yeah, Padron in it.
Not a Padron.
Padron Collider.
A large Padron Collider. 2 cigars just go around the big ring.
Do they do that?
I've just got this image of a cigar zooming along a tube. Shouldn't be as funny as it is to me.
No, it's not. It's just...
I have a 10-year-old's mind.
But yeah, the Padron 1964 Soberanos, I think the Maduro.
Right.
To be fair, with Padron, the Maduros are interchangeably amazing.
Right.
You just, I don't think you can get a... I don't think I've had a bad Maduro from Padron. They were all excellent. But the 1964, I didn't smoke any 1926s last year because you just can't get them.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually that's a lie. I did smoke one 1926, but that was a natural. It wasn't a Maduro, and I was really missing the Maduro. And then Nick, I don't know if you met him. I don't think you met him.
Who?
Nick? No, because you didn't come to the last couple of herfs. No. So if you come this month,
yeah,
if you come this month, you'll probably meet Nick. Wonderful fellow, and he gave me the Padron. It comes in like a really nice metal tube.
Right.
It's just really nice. Just presentation is beautiful. Normally, you'd think that a company that pays so much on really fancy presentation, overcompensating, or maybe they're just trying to hide something. No, This one, it's brilliant through and through. One of the best cigars I've smoked. Did a review on that recently as well, and it's excellent. Towards the end of last year, I smoked some of the best cigars of the year. It was a great time, honestly. It was that was so good. It was magic level brilliant. I couldn't believe how good it was. Actually, no, that's a lie. I can't believe how good it is, because every single Maduro Padron that I've smoked, the 1926, the 1964, they have been exceptionally good. One of the best ones I've ever smoked is the 45. I think it's called the number 45 Family Reserve. Oh, just beautiful. But the 1964 edged it last year. That was just magic level cigar. How much time have we got left?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay. We've got enough time. We can do 2 cigars in 20 minutes. So now, on to the worst cigar that I smoked last year. The creme de la crap.
For me, it was that Gurkha.
That Gurkha from the live stream? So why were you not hyping when I was talking about it?
I think it's the worst cigar I've smoked.
I guess you're saying that.
I haven't smoked worse than it.
Okay.
If I'd smoked the Kraken, that's probably lower. So what's your worst?
Davidoff Royal Release Robusto.
Ooh. I can hear the jeers and the boos.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
The worst cigar that I smoked last year.
No, I can just hear certain people getting annoyed at you.
Yeah. But the worst cigar I smoked last year was the Davidoff Royal Release Robusto. Expensive cigar, beautiful presentation, beautiful wrapper leaf. It looks amazing. The box is stunning. The aroma is impeccable. But that cigar tasted like fucking butts. Horrible cigar. Horrible. Not literally.
I'm biting my tongue there.
Not literally.
You know.
Just terrible. Utterly terrible. Everything about that cigar pissed me off. So much. And I'll tell you why. So technically speaking, it's not the worst cigar that I've smoked. Technically. But it is the worst cigar that I've smoked because it's a 90-pound cigar. It's produced by a manufacturer, a wonderful manufacturer, by one of the best cigar manufacturers in the world.
I've just realised, there's at least one cigar from them that I should have put on my list.
We'll get to it.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to do my number 1 and number 1, and also my missing numbers 2 and 3.
Yeah, but Davidoff is one of my favourite brands of all times.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that they keep going on about is consistency, and how good they are at their, production of cigars, quality control. Like
one of the things they sell themselves on, really.
Yeah, they sell themselves on quality control and consistency. How can your flagship cigar taste that bad? How did that make the cut?
Yeah.
How did that make the cut? And it had one of the worst loose draws I've ever experienced. And some people kind of, gave me a little bit of pushback on that one, and they were saying, look, it's not a loose draw, it's a comfortable draw, and blah, blah. No. I'm telling you, I know what a comfortable draw is. I know what the typical Davidoff draw is. It's an open draw from Davidoff. Generally speaking, whenever you smoke a good Davidoff cigar, it has an open draw, but there's some degree of resistance. Every Davidoff cigar that I've smoked has some degree of resistance to it. But it's like a comfortable resistance. It's not a resistance where... It's not like Cuban cigars where you have to kind of almost fight for it. Like this one, now I'm having to really draw on it. But I like that. On a Davidoff, you don't have to do that. But it still has resistance. It doesn't just kind of fall out. That one, it was like... It just kind of, there was no substance to it. It wasn't an open draw. It was a genuine, completely loose draw. It was terrible. The whole flavor profile was just tart and rancid and just bitter and sour. It was a really crap experience, honestly. I did a comparison against the Behike 54. I know it's a bit of an odd comparison to make to some extent, but they're similar vitolas. They're both expensive. They're both kind of high up in terms of price points. The Behikes get inflated in price because of, the market. The Royal Robustos tend to not get inflated in price because, Davidoff, I think, generally has better control over things. But Cuban cigars, I think, they freaking go crazy, don't they? But this freaking cigar, I couldn't believe how bad it was. It really did shock me because I thought I was in for a good time smoking that cigar. And yes, the price has an impact. The price has a massive impact on it. But it's less about the price and more about the fact that Davidoff are quite extreme about their consistency and quality control. But they couldn't get...
Extreme about how they talk about it.
Yeah. But they couldn't get the flagship right on this one. I don't know. I mean, I'm dunking on Davidoff a little bit, and I feel bad because, like I said, Davidoff is one of my favorite brands of all times.
I mean, I haven't smoked it, and I'm slightly dunking on them just in terms of, if quality control is what you sell yourself on, and you're saying that doesn't meet that standard, then, I mean, the cigars I'm about to introduce as my missing top ones are also going to be Davidoffs.
Yeah, because the best... You know what I've noticed? Davidoff cigars, the best Davidoffs are the white labels. The white labels are the best Davidoffs, comfortably. I've never smoked a number 2 that's been bad. Never. I've smoked a lot of them. They're not even that expensive, right? They're not that expensive, so it's reasonable to buy loads of them.
Yep.
And I have bought loads of them.
Yep.
And I've smoked a heck of a lot of them. Never had a single bad one.
So I was going to say the 702 number 2.
There you go.
Is my second favourite cigar.
There you go.
Of the last year.
White label. How amazing is that cigar?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It was amazing.
More.
It was, it wasn't the standard. Obviously, it was the...
It's the 702 version
702
with the darker
yeah.
wrapper leaf, yeah. Has a spicier kick to it.
Yeah, it was complex in a good way. Not in the way that it sort of made you think, but it was all kind of there. It drew really nicely. It smoked really well.
It just kind of keeps you interested.
There's no bad word to say about it, and it kept you interested. Not in because some things that keep you interested are because they're a bit weird and you know, like you get some kind of interesting coffee. It's
Yeah.
got these weird berry tastes, and it's nice in terms of being interesting.
Yeah.
But then there's things that are interesting and also outstanding.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The other two I was going to mention was the 40th anniversary. 40th? What was it? Yeah. The one
44th?
45th, whatever it was meant to be. The one that we got outside.
Yeah. You know, one of the anniversary,
It was the
for thing
for the
Davidoff
Davidoff
of London. Yeah, for the
Sahakins, yeah.
Yeah.
It was their 40-something anniversary. A year late, but
Yeah.
that was incredible.
Outstanding cigar.
Very
Outstanding
strong,
cigar.
but outstanding. And the other one that we got with the 702 that I smoked in Wakefield, much larger.
Yeah, the Figurado.
Yes.
No, I thought the Figurado was good, but the Lancero was just differently good.
Yeah. No, the figure. The 702 was also higher than that, but it's still a lovely cigar.
Oh yeah, a lot. But that's what I mean. Like with the white label from Davidoff, every single white label I've smoked,
Classics.
they're classics. What are the?
There's a reason why, right?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They just.
I mean,
carry
okay,
on.
some things can be future classics, but
But these are just all-time classics. These are all-time classics. The number 2, the 702, the Figurado, almost every white label cigar from Davidoff is just outstanding. They're not good. They're outstanding.
yeah,
They are. You can't go wrong with them. And then you have the Royal Release. Don't get me wrong though. The Royal Release Salamones that I smoked 2 of them because they're expensive. So I've only smoked 2 of them. I don't think I'm going to do a review on that one. I might do, but they're really pricey. So I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to spend that much money because it wasn't. I'd rather have a number 2. Honestly, I'd rather have a number 2.
yeah. Well, that 702 number 2, it's fighting for the top spot. To be honest, the other one edges it ever so slightly, but yeah.
The Royal Release Salamones vastly superior to the Royal Release Robusto, but it wouldn't hit my top 10s. It wouldn't go into my top 10 best cigars that I smoked in that year. Like the Bejique isn't in anywhere near the top 10. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was a good cigar, but it was just a good cigar.
Yeah.
But the Royal Release Salamones, it was just a good cigar. Takes forever to smoke though. Like honestly, forever. Honestly, forever. 9.5 inches long, and some stupid ring gauge as well.
Yeah.
It's massive for no reason.
Yeah.
Huge. But the Royal Release Robusto, bad. Really bad. Not just bad, terrible.
Well,
That's the worst cigar I smoked last year.
in stark contrast, then, what's number 1?
La Gloria Cubana 25th Anniversario Pyramid Cigar. Wow. I want more of them. I want every single one of them. Like if I could afford them, I'd buy all of them. Comes in the stupidest, most ridiculous types humidors possible. It's an LCD8 cigar. Double band. Beautiful, beautiful cigar. Almost all of them have mold on it.
Plume.
Yeah. Almost every single humidor that Habanos has ever produced with those cigars in, 98% guaranteed to have mold on it. And I don't care. Because that cigar was unicorn level good.
Right.
It is absolutely better than any Bejiques I've ever smoked. It is better than any cigar that I smoked last year. Because as I mentioned, from 10 till 2, they're all interchangeably good.
Yep.
They're all outstanding. They're all different league cigars. They were all like, you have to stand up and applaud them. This cigar, if you could take a bow. I couldn't believe how good it was.
Yeah. What was it like?
It was the most saturated, in-your-face flavors possible. And most cigars, when you're smoking it, you kind of have to think about the flavors, right?
I mean, that sounds like a bad thing.
No. You'd think that until you smoke it. until you smoke it and you're like, oh, what the hell? It's very, it's blatant, it's brash, it's in your face, it tells you everything. There's no subtlety to it, not a single bit of subtlety to it, but every single note hits the spot. And you're right, normally you'd think that was a bad thing. Like, wait, no, I want...
Yeah, well, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, normally you would think that. Normally you'd think, oh, because in my head, I was thinking, wait, this wouldn't normally work. Why is it working better than I could ever possibly imagine? And it did. It was just... yeah, legendary level cigar. If you can get those cigars, if you can buy those humidors, whatever, don't sell them. Smoke them. Honestly, smoke that thing. Yes, it's going to be a good investment because it comes in a fancy humidor, and yes, the prices will go up and you might make some money from it in the auction.
Well, there we go. Right, there's the advice. Just try one. Smoke one.
No, yeah. Smoke one.
And then you won't have to follow the advice about smoking them all because you won't need it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
Not
is...
that I smoked it, but...
But what I'm saying is, there's a... maybe a need, or maybe not a need, but this kind of sense where you have to keep hold of it. You know, you have to sell it, or you have to kind of keep hold of it or collect it. Because it is a collector's item to some extent. Well, not to some extent. It is absolutely a collector's item. But this is that one cigar that you can forego all of that collecting nonsense and whatever and just smoke it. You just have to sit back and smoke it because it's too good to not experience. I want all of them. Every single one. It's the best cigar I smoked. And yeah, I'm so impressed by it. So impressed by it. I did have like some special mentions I wanted to mention before I got to the number one, but I fucked up. And that's okay. Because I would have quickly mentioned my special mentions, which we already talked about, which was like those Davidoff cigars. Yeah. So yeah, we already mentioned them. You know, the Davidoff Autumn Selection, that was amazing. The Davidoff number 2, you know, special mention to that one because it's just one of those cigars which is always good. Mm-hmm. And then the 702. Basically, the special mentions are all Davidoff. Maybe I'm compensating for the fact that I smoked the Royal Robusto and I hated it. But the point is, the white label cigars from Davidoff are just outstanding. They're brilliant. But yeah, number 1, best cigar.
Well, it kind of underlines the point that of why you thought the other one was bad, right?
No, the other one was bad because it was definitively bad.
Yeah, but it kind of underlines the point of consistency and things like that. Like,
yeah, it's like, and that was the annoying part. You know, you talk about consistency, and the flagship is terrible.
I've just finished my cigar and you're about halfway through.
Have you? Oh, damn.
Well, I didn't mean to finish it, but
oh yeah, I saw. Yeah.
I was starting to get tar, and then in trying to cut it off, I burnt my fingers and dropped it into the ash, and it's fine. It was pepper bombing anyway.
Oh, I burnt my fingers. You don't cook.
Blogger fingers. I'm not even a blogger. Yeah, my favourite was not, you know, a kind of massive cigar like a Royal Release or anything. It was the Perdomo Barrel Aged Maduro. Our good friend Mace gave it to me at Hereford Leeds.
Yep.
It was phenomenal.
Perdomo are surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I think so as well. Perdomo.
But that one in particular was just... It was the cigar equivalent, the best analogy I can come up with. I'm a bit of a chocolate fan. A bit of a... You know... That's
really?
Kind of my weakness.
Oh, I had never would have grasped that.
Yeah, well, no one else on here. There's audience here. I don't just say things for your benefit. Almost never, in fact. But, it was the equivalent of like a really good sort of dark chocolate. It was smooth and not even that complex, actually. Not in the way the 702 was.
Yeah.
But just so easy and comforting to smoke.
I remember you talking about it while you were smoking. You were like,
yeah, I couldn't stop.
You were just like,
do that action again. I couldn't stop doing that.
You were just like, that. You were just pointing at me like, oh.
Yeah. It was just lovely. Like, creamy and chocolatey and in a good way, a little bit bitter and yeah, fantastic smoke.
Vastly different.
The fact that I remember the name of it is testament to...
You have to look it up though, didn't you?
No.
I saw you looking it up, you bench.
No.
Because in the car you were like, what was that cigar Mace gave me? And I was like, I don't know.
What happens is I'll periodically remember the name of it, which still says something.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I think we're bang on time, you know? 2 hours.
We haven't even looked at comments.
Oh yeah, comments. Damn.
In the last 2 minutes of the show. That's a bit of a change from tradition. Let's have a look. Oh wow, where do we start with these? I can't go back too far, otherwise we'll never get through them. Rumour, Davidoff is apparently considering more Lanceros.
Oh yeah, listen. Let me just quickly jump into this for the Lancero.
Yeah.
What is up with the white labeled Lancero being discontinued? Annoys the hell out of me. There's the number 2, but there's no Lancero. There's no Davidoff white label Lancero at the moment. The only Lancero that I can think of was the Orchard Selection. That's the only one. Incredible cigar. Like, incredible cigar. But there's no standard Lancero from Davidoff, which is crazy.
Andre's suggestions for the new year.
Mm-hmm.
You have to smoke a wider variety of cigars, and I have to just remember them when I do smoke them.
I do. No, I do. I have smoked a really wide range of cigars this year, but these are just the best ones that I had.
This is from Andre, so pinch of salt.
Yeah, well, but Andre smokes like...
Andre reviews them.
I can't keep up with Andre level of freaking... that's just unfair. He's in a different league.
What other mentions have we got here?
Yes, the Cuban price inflation has been crazy in 2021. It's been nuts. So here's the latest comment.
How do you pronounce Kazdagli?
Oh, Kazdagli.
How do you pronounce that?
As you just said,
Really?
Kazdagli.
Because Andre put hole is number 1 to 10, and 1, 2, well, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 7, 8, and 10 are all from that brand.
By the way, Andre mentioned a really good point. He said the Oro Blanco is the flagship. Yeah, it is the flagship, but it's not really like... That's kind of like... What is it? £500 per cigar? That's like crazy price. It's like It's not a flagship. That's more like It's like a special, isn't it? Yeah, that feels more like a special. It doesn't feel like a flagship. It feels
like a commemorative edition.
Yeah, it feels like, oh look, but he's right though. He's right because it is a standard production, technically, and it is a flagship. But in my mind, the Royal Release is flagship because it's within the kind of range that you can actually purchase it, and still. I mean, it's called Royal Release, But yeah, no, Andre's right. Andre's right about that. Obviously, he's fucking right. He's fucking Andre.
Yeah. Why isn't he on the show?
If he was,
why hasn't he just started one for himself and taken it to task?
No, he should. Yeah. Number 2, number 3, number 6. Okay. Kazdagli.
Have you found recent production Cubans to be smoking better fresh? Heard a rumour they've changed the fermentation process and that this may mean they won't age quite the same way in the future. From Brewman Brett.
He might have a point. Because, yeah, the newer Cuban cigars that we're smoking, like 2021, the 2020, the 2019 and 2018. I haven't smoked a lot of the 2021 box dates just because... In my head, I'm like, why would I? Because they're too fresh. But maybe they're not too fresh. Maybe they are actually just ready to smoke. But a lot of current production Cuban cigars from 2018 onwards have been excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't required a great deal of age. You take them out the box and they smoke amazing. Let's take Paul Aranyaga Galanes. Fresh cigar, 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful cigar.
Steve Cutler getting so tired of all these jaw-breaking ring gauges. 50 to 54 tops for him.
Same here.
Yeah.
He's absolutely right.
Yep.
I'm not a fan
Agreed.
of massive ring gauge cigars. There's
just the draw gets more
it's just a
difficult to get right as well. Just exponentially.
And not just that, they're not even, in my mind, and I could be wrong, some of you may disagree, but in my mind, larger ring gauge cigars are just less complex. They just don't have the flavor.
It's all air.
Yeah. It's just a dud.
Yeah.
You know, basically you're just smoking it to show off.
Talking generalistically, obviously, but
Yeah, of course. Very general.
Yeah.
It's not true for you.
And our last comment at the moment from No Rolex, No Sex.
Okay.
Nice to know. Been smoking more Hoya de Nicaragua.
Oh, by the way, Ludovico joined. Yay!
Oh, hello, yes. Fire.
Very
Fire.
Very, very fire.
Yeah, as Steve points out, the blend sort of gets diluted with bigger ring gauges, which I guess is fair, yeah.
Yeah. No, Jose Blanco also confirmed as well that the Lancero is the best Vitola.
I agree.
In my mind, it is.
Yeah.
For flavor and enjoyment, Lancero is the best, but the best looking is Double Figurado. It's just the best looking cigar.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's just beautiful. There's nothing beats a Double Figurado in terms of presentation.
Yeah, we've got lots of votes for Tatuaje, I've seen.
I smoked a bunch of Tatuaje, and they were good. They just didn't make me think, wow.
I've got there's mixed opinions on Rocky Patel's, but the general opinion is most of them aren't great, but some are good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Oh, yeah. Bravo 10 got to focus smoke his first Cohiba Lancero from 2018, just before Christmas.
Oh, what was that like?
Jealous of that. Amazing is his description.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Very jealous of that one. Fred West says Vive la France.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Listen, by the way, all the jokes that I'm making about French and whatever, it's...
Especially the racism.
You can't be racist to French.
No, I mean just all the jokes we're making completely.
Oh yeah. All the jokes, there's just stupidity. You know, it's just two numpties talking about bullshit. I mean, we've got a freaking French lighter here. Clearly, I'm supporting French business.
Which you dicked on earlier.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the lighter. Sorry, you dicked on the cutter.
No, the cutter. Oh yeah, this is made in France.
Not even that one.
Oh yeah, Leffen. Listen, I support a lot of French businesses. I have a great deal of respect for French manufacturing and whatever. Clearly, I spend money on French stuff, and I like French culture and whatever, and this and that. But it's just easy to make fun of the French, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're just French.
Last comments before we go. Hermoso number 4 from Giuliano Albazi, something. I'm butchering your name, sorry. And the Steve Cutler Opus X Lancero, best size because you can taste the Rosado wrapper.
I haven't smoked that one. I've smoked maybe 2 Opus X cigars so far.
Votes for Petit Coronas as well.
I think they're talking about Vitola because Hermoso number 4 is a Vitola, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. I think that...
Albazi. How'd you get that wrong? It's just there, man. It's Albazi. What did you say? Alabazi.
Albazi. Well, it depends what language it's in, really, doesn't it?
Well, he said it's Albazi.
Oh, right.
Albazi. Is that? Giuliano Albazi. That's a badass name, you know.
I haven't seen that comment yet.
So, yeah, that's been my...
Albazi.
As usual, huge thanks to Andre for...
support.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. You know, some of the corrections that Andre makes are genuinely useful, and they really appreciate it.
Yeah, carrying us through every live stream.
Pretty much, yeah. I think whenever we want to ask a question or get some information, we're like, Andre, what's going on?
Who needs Google?
Yeah, who needs Google when you've got Andre? So yeah, really appreciate it. He's absolutely right about the Oro Blanco being the flagship.
Yeah.
But despite the fact that he's right, I still disagree with him.
Yeah.
Not because he's wrong, but just because in my mind, the way I see it, it's just more of a perspective thing.
Big thanks to you, Andre. But also, I mean, it's a shame I haven't been able to look through the chat as much because there's tons and tons of new people that I haven't seen before. And previously, I would have given you many more shout outs and spoken to you more in the chat. So you never know. We'll see.
Yeah, but you can't because you're not the control room anymore.
No, well, I am.
Well, yeah, you are. You're doing both.
You can't see. I've got a screen down there. I've got buttons here.
And I've got a numpty there.
They couldn't see you, so
Oh.
I've got a numpty there. Actually.
Okay.
He pointed at himself. Honest. Yes.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys for supporting our live stream again. Really appreciate you spending the time and watching us talk bullshit. Basically, let's be fair. You know, what the fuck do we know? But
I can't even remember the names of my cigars. So.
that Monte Cristo is tasting amazing. You know, like I don't want it to end right now. And your cigar was obviously really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a great experience.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching. Andre, as usual, really appreciate it. And to everyone watching, Ludovico, great to have you back again. He sent me a message on Instagram saying that I think he was watching football or something, so he was going to join later on. And he joined, and that was really nice to see him there. Really appreciate the support. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, you know, all of that nonsense. And the weird thumbs up that Alex is doing. Were you on camera there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course you were. But yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one. We'll try and do some more live streams.
Yep.
Alex said yes. That's
We will try
contractually obligated now.
to try.
But we're gonna do some interviews.
You already gave you my caveat, so it's fine.
But we're gonna I think we're gonna try and do some more interviews this year as well, because we did a bunch. We didn't do a bunch. We did like 3 last year, I think.
Yeah.
But we've got some really cool ones planned that we were discussing.
Yeah. Might be some stuff out in the next week or 2. That's interesting.
Is there? What's coming out?
That place.
Oh yeah. I might make a video about that. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you again, and hope you have a great evening or wherever you guys are. If you're in the US, probably afternoon,
Yeah.
evening.
Have a good next few hours.
Yeah. But nothing more.
Whatever you want to call that. But yeah, after that, you can just
Carry on having normal.
Just have a miserable time after that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Bye.
see you guys later. Thank you again.